Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Love Movement Podcast with me, the Busty Man, and my friend, the hottest goddess called Zanitra Dunnis. Yeah, and then we got my co-host, celebrity co-host.
I am not a celebrity.
Noelle Robinson with my main man, the pillar of the community, one of the greatest guys in the community, from the community, and that's Everett Stubblefield. We really appreciate y'all coming on the show. We got a lot of things that we're going to talk about and address, and but let's pay the bills first. Let's talk about 717. Thank you for your support. And what's they have a I guess it's Cancer Awareness Month.
It is Cancer Awareness.
So they're gonna have a get together. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, slick. He rolled in on the the righteous thing. But Delphine is doing a cancer awareness party, and she's going to be raffling off T-shirts for cancer awareness for bears, and it's from 2 to 6. So we're going to have her, and then our other sponsors are Viola Shy. These guys have daily discounts at the dispensary, 1516 West Roosevelt Road. Daily specials for everybody, and then I have 20% discount cards if you want to go to the dispensary. Then we have The View. They have a brunch and a dinner Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but they had a brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, and you can book any kind of event with them, weddings, whatever the case might be, whatever you want to do. And my girl, Tiffany Jenkins, she got a lot of things going on. They got ladies' night tonight. So with Lady Night, they having a birthday for a young lady
location?
Named Sister in Bellwood, Illinois. Okay,
yeah,
why don't you
didn't
tell
say
me
the touch? The touch.
Yeah,
you forgot to say the touch. I'm just
for
saying.
people that know. So where's the location?
They paying the bills. We gotta say their name.
Since you go to check me, where's the location?
Oh, he's so sensitive. The touch. I don't know the location.
Get up off my boy.
Get up off. There you go. Thank you.
No, I
finally got some help. Say, get up off my boy.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
yeah, at the Touch, Bellwood, Illinois, Tiffany Jenkins, they got ladies' night. And then they're going to have a birthday for Sister tonight. And Friday and Saturday is like good vibes. And, they just do good things. They always got some action. They're going to do the Bears game on Sunday with Soul Food Sunday. Now, they have different menus each and every Sunday. Check them out. The Touch in Bellwood on Manhattan.
My cousin is one of the cooks there.
Okay,
at the Touch,
and what's she cooking?
Keisha. She's the one doing the soul food, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. And then we have Latricia May. That's a new sponsor for us. She has a venue called El May Creations. And you talking about hot? I went over there the other day. Oh my God, El May Creations event space, and it's nice on Chicago Avenue. And we talking about 5936 West Chicago Avenue. If you want to rent her venue out, call 773-909-9002. 773-909-9002.
They are really building that area up too.
Yes, and that girl Shirley Fields, she got something to do with that as well.
Yeah,
and she's a mortgage realtor as well, and she's into that politics. Matter of fact, Mayor Brandon Johnson live in that area.
Okay,
he lives over there in that area. But she also help you with your mortgage needs. She's a finance advisor. And she can get you some money because I got my house through her.
Okay.
So it was good. But the same number, 773-909-9002. And then we have the Blue Note. Always, you can call them. They have different events or whatever the case might be. What you say?
I just said all the clubs. They
yeah, well, hey, that's who give up the money.
Hey, so I'm okay with it. Shoot.
Hey,
that's who giving up the money. That's who I want to talk to. But we finna expand. We finna move some things around and do some things. But see, y'all really don't know how special this is for me because I have a girl that helped me become a better police officer and understand things better as I was growing into the game of being a law enforcement officer. Noelle Robinson. I love you for that too. And then I watched this left-handed kid play ball. Him and Reggie Davis. They was the guards in the school when I first came to Maywood because.
I just learned something new. My best friend left-handed.
Oh,
God. I didn't know.
How is he gonna be your best friend? You don't know what hand.
I never.
Hey, well, I'm gonna say this: he's ambidextrous.
This is true.
Okay.
He can use both hands, and he's a pillar of the community. He's well-rounded. He's doing positive things for us, and it makes it better when you got somebody that you know that's concerned and care about the community. And we've been through a lot of things, and we've been going through a lot of things. Tell us how your weekend was, Lady Z. Yeah,
my weekend was awesome. Obviously, I ain't gonna say obviously, but I was celebrating my 3-year anniversary. Typically, I have one day that I celebrate, but this time around, I did the entire weekend, Friday and Saturday. Which is why I wasn't here Thursday. Thank you. But it was nice. I like how things just flow throughout the day. But you know how my events, they can turn into parties.
Oh, they do.
This time I was like, oh, maybe I'm getting a little old because I was getting tired.
Oh,
6
Jesus
o'clock was
Christ.
yarding.
You 12 years old. You talking about you getting
I was tired. Everybody
that
can't
don't
party
make
like
sense.
UCB. So
They'll be a
I was
party
ready to
like
shut
me.
it down.
Hey, listen, y'all don't be knowing I'll be taking a nap.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe
I
it. Somebody
take a
made
nap.
a post.
I
They
don't-
said if you see
listen.
anybody over 45 outside
Listen.
past 10 o'clock, they best believe they had a nap.
I
early
got
that
up.
day.
I went to the doctor, got my blood work done at 7 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, I was back in the bed. So because I got up at 4:45, huh?
I don't get a chance to take naps. I don't have time
Well,
to take a
hey,
nap.
but you'll learn how.
Uh-huh.
You will learn how to take you a nap. But listen, we
Eventually.
got two giants in the room with us today. And Noelle, thank you for accepting the offer to be the guest co-host. It's very important. And you're doing some positive things within the school. And I think you picked a winner.
I think so
as
too.
your teammate. And because what we don't need in relationships in any kind, we don't need roommates. We need teammates.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think you picked a good guy, and you guys got some positive things going on.
She got a couple good people too. Willie Madison, shout out.
I've been knowing
to
all
him.
these people. I've been knowing
Yeah.
Eb since I was like 5
Good
years
people.
old.
Good
Really?
mentors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie, I
And
think
you
since
know,
I was like
and-
10.
Yeah.
and that's good. But the main thing is that, especially from bottom of my heart, I support whatever you're doing, because I watch you grow into the woman that you are right now, and it was very special. You was this big, Steve Hunter was this big.
Here we go with
Yo.
this again.
Just keep putting your
I was
business
his,
out
hey,
there
look, I got to
every
tell the
week.
story.
Hey,
I was
Steve.
his dance teacher. He was so tall under the chair, he had to turn sideways. He could not sit up under the table. But it's a beautiful thing to show that our community have some boss people, man. We got some good people in the town, and I really appreciate y'all. And with saying that, there's a lot of things that's going on in the world with the wars,
Mhm.
and we were talking about mental health, and how blessed are we to have a country that we never had a war on our land. Now think about what those other people thinking about.
Mhm.
Gaza, they have innocent people that are Muslims that are part of it. Biden went over there and gave them some kind of relief, or whatever the case might be. And then we have Israel. How do you think they feel when bombs are hitting their place?
I can't even begin to imagine what it's like to live in that type of environment. I think the best thing we can do is pray for Israel and Palestine. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So what you think, Lady Z?
I'm with Noelle. I can't imagine it either.
Yeah.
No, it is not funny. I don't want to be, because there is nothing to joke about. But honest to God, truth. I really have no words simply because of that. I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah, and when we talk about mental health disorders, we say, wow, what are those little kids thinking about? What are those kids thinking about? What are those families thinking about when they get the news that they blew up a church, that they blew up a hospital? What do you think about this whole situation? Yeah.
Me personally, just thinking, what could you possibly think when you hear those type of things is just like, first of all, you got to be fearful. And like they said, for us, we just got to stay prayerful for them. I know I couldn't imagine being in that type of situation. Just the little things that go on in our community would just, you hear about a shooting or, little fires or whatever like that, you know, we take it for granted because it seems minute here, but to see someone like that or children going through those type of things and it's, you don't know where it's coming from, it's really no safety or anything like that. It's pretty tough to be experiencing. So for me, it's just like, that's a tough thing to deal with.
And sometimes we don't take it personal until it hit home. And I share this with everybody that I come across. Mental health, it could be situational, it could be circumstances, it could be temporary, and then it could be long term. So when you talk about the wars and you talk about the fight against the two religions, which is the Jews and the Muslims, and then you have a man that stabs a 6-year-old kid 22 times. How does that resonate? How does that, what do you think about that, Noelle?
I think we live in a fallen world. And I mean, don't get me on my horn because
we need to get you on your horn.
I will preach.
Just let's get on your horn.
I think we live in a fallen world. Sin is real. Evil is real. And I think when you hear about those things in the news and in the story, for me, it causes me to be more prayerful and to have more gratitude. Like you said, we take peace for granted. That's not a guarantee. You take, being able to walk around and not having your head on the swivel, fearing for your life. We take those type of things for granted. That's not a given. Like that's some people's reality where all they know is war and destruction. It's a sad state. I really don't know the answer, but Jesus comes soon. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think we have an answer. I don't think we understand how people exist. I don't think we understand how the problems that people go through, but we need to talk about it. We need to understand it a little better because when you look at a situation like in Gaza and you got innocent people and you got the political part of it. And you got, Biden went over there. He talked about them. We constantly supporting every other war, but we're blessed that we don't have war on our land. But at the end of the day, how do we feel about the innocent? And that's one of the things that I've been looking at, the innocent people.
For me, it's when I talk about religion and things like that, they always talking about the blood, and they say the blood has power, and if you pay attention, unless some blood is shedded, nothing really happens. People don't, become more aware. They don't come out until blood is really shedded, and not always physically, but just things happening. So when you think about the innocent, we don't know God's plan. I think a lot of times the things that we go through is not necessarily for us. It's for us to be able to help someone else, or it's for someone else to get their breakthrough.
That's a great point.
So God, he uses whoever he needs to use for him to get the glory. So when you look at it that way, no, I don't wish, kids would, die young or anything like that. But we ultimately don't really know the purpose or what's the reasoning behind it, but it's definitely a reason. God don't allow these things to happen for no reason.
Right. And it's kind of, you know, is bittersweet in a way. I mean, I don't want anything to happen to anybody, but I always take whatever situation it is and try to learn from it. I was with Corey Cooper, T. Love, David Gould, Larry Connor, Carl Davis, and Eugene Jones last night, and we were at having dinner. This is the first time we had got together in a long time, because I've been retired from Maywood for 13 years. And wait, no, how many years? 2013. 10 years.
10 years.
And then
You've been retired for 10 years?
Yeah.
from Maywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then 2 years from the state of Illinois. And we were talking about something that really is close to home for us, and that's Sergio. And I'm not here to judge, and I don't know what happened, and I hope everything works out or whatever, but it was a couple incidents that happened that when we talk about mental illness, that as my friend told me yesterday, I said, man, I don't understand it. He said, the reason why you don't understand, because you're close to it.
Yeah.
And maybe is it I don't want to understand it, because nobody needs to do that. And I know that we've been in a tough situation, but Sergio's is tough for me. What about you, Noelle?
So I'll admit I didn't know, or I don't know Sergio that well. I was gone by the time he got to East. But just from picking up the story, I think it would be wise for us to use caution when speaking out on it. I think a lot of people are passing judgment and don't have a full understanding.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think it's a sad situation. And like you said, mental illness is real. I don't think that he should be portrayed as some type of monster. And I've seen things like that floating around in the media. I think we need to have compassion.
Exactly.
I think we need to be praying for him and his family, and praying that he gets the help that he needs.
Peace and
instead
blessings
of
to them.
crucifying him in the media.
Yeah. And see, you make a valid point, because at the end of the day, look how we were treated in slavery. But we bought into the religion that the people that mistreated us, and we bought into that. And a lot of people don't want to support Sergio, not saying that they support him if he did, because we don't know.
Yeah.
He's innocent until proven guilty. And you made an excellent point. Don't judge. Don't be in that seat, because we really don't know what happened. And I hope it all works out. But you know Sergio, and you know his dad, and you played with his brother. Am I correct?
His brother was a little younger than me, but we all was in the gym all the time. They used to come up to Washington School with the late Gene Mobley.
Yeah, my
Coach
man
Mo.
Gene. Okay, shout out to Gene.
So they used to come to the gym all the time, and then just watching them play in high school and things like that. And then actually, when I first started working in the school district, Sergio was at Lincoln School, so I got to meet him when he was in grammar school at Lincoln. But you know, what everyone is speaking on as far as, passing judgment and things of that nature, you really don't know what a person is going through. And who are we to judge? I look at it, I learned a long time ago, it could easily be you.
It was me.
It could easily be you.
It was me. And that's my point. Good point.
It could be you, and you learn, you should learn these things as you're growing up, because I just remember examples of, growing up, and we would laugh at certain individuals that might have been on drugs or was, strung out and things. You would talk about them and things of that nature. And I never forget Mr. Mobley say, hey, you guys better stop laughing, because this could easily be you. Now, we were younger, 10, 11, 12 years old. And then as I grew up, I started seeing some of my same friends or acquaintance that I used to be around growing up. Now they're the ones
Laughing
that
with.
was laughing. Now they're them, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I learned a long time ago, like, you know, you can't pass judgment. You know, we don't know what anybody's going through at times. Sometimes we go through things in private. So, you know, you just never know. So for me, I'm going off of what I've known him for, you know, being a good kid. I knew he had good parents. You know, even with that, you know, we don't know how he suffered from losing his dad at an early age. You know, I lost my dad at an early age, and it's a lot of things that I went through. So you just never know the different things that people are going through mentally. So until you really know the ins and outs of it, you shouldn't pass judgment, or you shouldn't, you know, crucify someone because of something they've done, because it could easily be you, or it could easily be somebody in your family.
Right.
And, you know, people don't look at it until, like you said earlier, till it hits home.
Yeah.
And when it hits home, now you don't want nobody to say nothing,
Right.
you know,
Right.
so.
And I know it's tough on the family, because that's the mystery of all mysteries. What happened? And we're not trying to blame anybody. This is not what our platform is. Our platform is that, like Noel said earlier, hopefully he'll get the right help and what he's trying to accomplish. And it's tough for me, because me and his dad was tight. When I was smoking cigarettes, we used to go between the games and into the little area downstairs, and we smoked a cigarette, and he say, "Hey man, you look out for my son, I'm gonna look out for your sons." And that's how we did. And that's how I looked out for Sergio. And you know, and with the guys that I was there, this last video kind of threw me for a loop. If you notice it, why would you let him on the plane? And I don't know if a lot of people saw this last video.
Right. Amongst population, basically.
Amongst population, and he's supposed to be this threat to society. Then you let him on the plane.
But we don't know if they knew at the time, just how when he was,
Well,
out the country.
But yeah,
they probably
if
didn't
you
know
if you
either
look at the
what's
scenario,
going on.
somebody knew something, because they
They
detained him.
detained him.
Yeah, eventually.
So somebody knew something, and then they filmed him. See, they detained him and filmed him. Somebody knew
Somebody
something.
on the plane filmed.
So if it was that much, some of my friends said last night, you know, you have to be careful because they're fighting extradition. Another friend said, hey, they had other personnel in back, or they had enough personnel on the plane, whatever the case might be. But hold on, that other guy, he punched him. You understand what I'm saying? So how far do you take this? How far do you let this go before you make a move? And
So, because as you sit and you explain it, and I think about it, it could have gone worse, right? So at least on the plane, it's kind of a contained area, right? We're opposed to if you try to detain him out in the open, that could have potentially been more catastrophic. So I think they were trying to contain the situation. That could be possibly why they let him board the plane. And another thing, I think a lot of us are blessed that our lowest moments are not in front of a camera. You know, we're quick to talk and judge. I've had dark moments. Nobody was filming it, thankfully, right? So that's another reason why I think we need to be cautious about what we speak on. Because like Eb said, it could have been you. And a lot of us are grateful that we don't have the type of life to where cameras are following us around. Come on now.
listen, if you got any concerns or calls, 708-223-8953. Call the love line, 708-223-8953.
He still hasn't learned
trying
that
to
do
call
not
your
disturb
line.
feature.
And I understand that. And is that Moon?
No, it's
Okay.
Yeah, we
But
do.
anyway, I had somebody else, because Moon is my man, and he will call. So, but he will call. That's my man. He will call. But you know, it's a tough situation, and I'm here to follow the case and see how it goes or whatever the case might be. Maywood has, been mom on the situation. Hopefully everything, works out for the best of who's involved, because this is tough for me. And Serge, you're still in my heart, man. I don't care what nobody say. You're still in my heart.
Yeah,
I understand,
most
because I was in those dark places. And the video I have is in my head.
You get it.
And because I'm not sharing the video with everybody, y'all don't understand, because I was in the place that I didn't know if I was at a point of no return. But I believed in myself, and I believed in the faith and that I have in myself, because I'm not a religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person, because I know there's a God somewhere. And I know somebody created this place. So, but like I said, salute Serge. Bless you, man. We're going to
Definitely praying for him.
Yeah, we're going to be.
And the main thing, like you said, just wanting him to get the help that he needs. And like you said, even for his brother, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we keep him lifted up also, because it's tough for him, because, he lost two parents as well as a brother at this moment. So, you want to keep him lifted up, and, just the other family members, because, everyone that they have come across and have touched, you know what I'm saying, in some type of way, we just want to make sure that we keep them lifted up also, and, encourage them and just keep them prayed up.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. This is why we call it the love movement, because we trying to show love to everybody, no matter what your circumstance or situation is. We just want to show you love. But to change and switch up situations, you guys got a big project coming up that we trying to make sure the whole
Who got a project?
y'all gotta.
You got a project.
You playing? Yeah, Jesus Christ. So tell us what's going on. What we got coming
You
up.
want me to talk about it, or you want to talk
You know you want to
We y'all both gonna talk about
You
it.
want to talk about basketball.
No, we back in 2012, I think we did a alumni basketball game. Back then in 2012, that was the last time Proviso East did all Proviso East alumni basketball game. They had the Proviso East, Proviso West alumni game that someone else hosted, but then we brought about the Proviso East all alumni game, where we have a old school game. We have a women's alumni game, and then we kind of called the last one a main event, where, it's usually the younger players that's still getting after it on a high level. But we use this event to bring a sense of pride to Proviso East basketball. This year, as one of the assistant coaches for the Proviso East Lady Pirates, this is a fundraiser for us this year. So we, wanted to put something together, talk to the head coach, Ms. Robinson over here, like, hey, there's something, I think could do good for us. We haven't had it in over 10 years. Let's bring it back. And we call it a new beginning, because it's something we once had, but now, you have two individuals that have the same passion for our school and for our program. And we just want to, get the community back involved. Just seemed like a lot of air has been let out of the balloon when it comes to supporting the community like they used to.
That was a hot video y'all did too. I really, I don't know who created that.
Shout out to We Are Mobley's production.
Yeah.
We Are Mobley's. Now, who is that?
Joey Mobley.
Okay.
This is his production program. This is what he does. He goes and videotape different events and things of that nature, and he sets it up, and it's just what he do.
Hey, Joey, holla at your boy. We got something special coming up December the 9th. I'm going to keep it under wraps.
Okay.
But holla
He
at
raw
your
with
boy.
it, though.
I just hollered at my boy, Earl Winfrey, and he said, man, we going to make it happen. So we got something special coming up December the 9th. So I would like to collaborate with him.
Yeah, he
Now-
raw with it.
Okay, well that's good. But that was a sexy little video. Y'all
Wasn't it hot?
see it?
It was hot, wasn't it?
It was very hot.
Hey,
I know it was.
real quick. She shedded a tear over
I
the
did.
video.
When I watched that video, I cried.
You should
When
have.
I saw the raw, I cried. I
Well,
shed a tear.
I didn't cry.
I'm sitting up in my bed
But I
at
was-
7:00 in the morning
I
crying.
was happy. I didn't cry.
It
but-
was a happy tear.
But Noelle, we talked about last time the challenges that you had
Mhm.
as being the call to your assignment
Yeah.
as the
forefront.
head coach of the girls basketball team, and you had choices and options, and you chose Eb.
I did.
How
You chose
tell me how that went. Tell me the concerns of that, because I think you hit a home run.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
I don't think you just got on base. I think you hit a home
Not,
run.
not a grand slam. Just
A home
see,
run.
see, he does so much.
See, ain't nothing wrong with him feeling that way.
He does so much.
Eb, grand slam.
It was almost. We've had this conversation since it transpired, and I don't know if I chose Eb because it was almost divine, like how everything just fell into place. We had a conversation at the all alumni picnic, just kind of laughing and joking, and then I maybe hit him up a couple days after that, like, "Hey, why don't you consider this for real?" I prayed on it. I asked my boy Will, that's my prayer partner. It's one of my best friends. I
Listen,
said,
that's
let's
what I was
Will
about
who?
to say.
Willie Madison. He's
Madison.
also one of my
Willie
assistant
Madison,
coaches.
yeah.
Yeah. I said, let's pray on this thing, because for me, like I said, this was ministry for me.
He did a video too, didn't he?
I mean, he's in our video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what makes y'all so powerful. I mean, the whole entire squad is God-fearing people.
And it was
like I said,
intentional.
great mentors,
Mhm.
and it's something that's needed. So
Yeah.
I know for a fact you guys are gonna do great, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all elevate and get it cracking for Maywood.
Okay.
So
So and you pray with Willie Madison, and then how you come up with Eb?
I mean, it just felt right. Like, I know Eb's passion for the game. I know his passion for the kids. Like I said, I think I've known Eb since I was 5 or 6 years old. So we talking 35 plus years in this. I knew that we would work well together. There are no egos involved on my staff. I'm the head coach, but I'm not lording that over. Like you said, he brought the idea to me. I'm like, yeah, let's run with it. And by let's, I mean
So we happy with everything that's going around. What are your future dreams for the program as an assistant coach? The feeder programs and stuff like that. What are you guys trying to accomplish?
Yeah, we've had this conversation a few times, and one of the main things is building the bridge between the feeder schools,
Like the
urban,
the grammar schools, as well as the park districts,
everything.
because some of them kids don't get a chance
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
play in grammar school.
And that's one of our main things. It's always been one of my passions to see our programs grow. Being a assistant coach at Proviso for the boys back in the day, and I left in 2012, I had the opportunity to go over to Willowbrook High School and coach there for quite a few years, and just to see how their feeder programs turned their programs around. When I first got there, it wasn't a winning tradition. Then all of a sudden you start seeing winning happening over there. And I'm not saying it was because of what I instilled over there or what I brought over there, but we had a great staff over
it was
there.
your best friend.
And
I'm just saying.
you just seen the culture change, and a lot of it had to do with how many youth they were reaching on the lower levels. And when I say that, between 4th grade to 8th grade, it was over 100 kids being able to be part of a program. And it was a connection between the high schools and the feeder schools. It was, it wasn't no separation.
Okay.
So I feel within our program, what needs to happen is that we need to establish that same thing. It should be junior pirates program. It should be a junior lady pirates program where we're able to get our young girls and young men involved in our activities at the high school so they could get the opportunity, get excited about being there. Now so many people are able to come in our backyards and get our kids because they're there advertising what they have to offer. They're there, offering them different things. And in this day and age, that's what you want as a kid. Somebody showing interest in you, you want to go where the interest is. So for us, our plans is to build those bridges with those park districts, with the schools to say, hey, we here to build that bridge to draw, have a connection. So therefore we could get our kids back, feed them back into the high school. So therefore they could continue to be in good hands.
But see, this is one of the things I look at in a lot of the situations, especially in NBA, college, high school, whatever the case might be. My thing is that Noel, you chose a head coach to be your assistant, and he is accepted because he is a head coach material. So when you get a head coach that accepts his role as the assistant, but he has enough knowledge to help you or to talk, and the key is y'all having a relationship where he can call a play and you could be still the head coach.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Now you guys had a tournament. How did it go? Tell Mr. Brown how it go. Because you told me, say, when I came to that first game, you say, man, this is the first time I ever see these kids.
I said, some of these girls is the first time I've seen them. I don't know what we're going to look like.
So how did it go?
We're still building. It's actually not over. We have our last game Sunday at 1:00.
I'll be in Dallas. Oh,
It's okay. I think it's going well. It's given us an opportunity to take a look at some of the younger players, our freshmen and sophomores that are coming in. It's given us an opportunity to kind of gauge their skill level, what they're good at, what needs to be developed so that we can approach. I mean, the season starts October 30th. Tryouts are October 30th. So now
always around Halloween.
Yep. So now
Ghosts and goblins.
We'll have a better feel of, what we need to focus on, what we need to work on, what we need to build on. Right now, this fall league, it wasn't really about going and winning a tournament. It was more so about giving the girls an opportunity to build some chemistry, to get familiar with the new coaching staff, and to shake some of that rust off of their legs. Because unfortunately, in this day and age, a lot of kids don't play year round. You couldn't keep us out the gym or off the courts. So it was an opportunity to build some basketball legs, for them to start gaining chemistry and getting familiar with their coaches, and then letting us gauge their skill set.
And it's a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, you're watching them, they're watching you, and you're learning from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very important that happens in the chemistry of a team sport. And I'm proud of y'all. I mean, we talked about this before, but tell me about what's the date of the event and who gonna be playing? Who gonna be playing? We need to know.
October 28th.
October 28th.
It's my prayer and my vision that we have to turn people away because it's too packed.
Yeah, me too.
We're not
Because
turning
it's
nobody.
too packed. I mean, like fire hazard.
Like the
packed.
sophomore games.
Like it's sold out.
Proviso East
Pull up
when
the
Glenn
string.
Rivers
Like,
and
yes,
Ricky
we trying
Wilson
to
was
sell
playing.
the place out. Pack the place. Yes.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's do whatever we can. If you guys got any questions, please call the Love Line 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. So October 28th, you're gonna have a men's and a men's game, alumni men's.
I'll run it down to you.
All right,
So-
give it to.
Here we go. October 28th. First game starts at 12 o'clock. That's our old school game. So you'll be able to come see some of your favorite old school players. We got Carl
Old school men and women, or is it
First game is old school men.
Old school man.
Okay.
We got Carl Davis.
Yeah.
We got
I was
Sam
with him
McCullough-
last night.
Sam McCullough, class of 88. We got Sherelle
Ford.
Ford off the state championship team.
Yo got Moon.
We got Moon.
Moon in the building.
Yeah, we got Moon coming out of retirement. He already told me he just went and bought some new sneakers and
Oh
everything.
yeah,
He
He
ain't
he'll
even-
buy some stuff.
He ain't even
man.
call them gym shoes. He called them sneakers.
Sneakers.
So We got
That's my
Eric
man.
Davis. We got him coming out of retirement. We got our boy Harry Powell coming out of retirement.
Ooh.
So we reached back. We got Randy McFarland coming out.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's some of the people featured in our old school men alumni game. For our girls game, we got some. Coach Robinson might suit up.
I might suit up.
Girl,
She
better.
Come
she
on, you
there.
better suit
But
up and show them kids how to do it.
We got your other co-host.
Top point
We
guard
got your
going to
co-host.
Grambling State.
We got your
Listen,
co-host.
I'm playing
suiting
3
up.
point
Oh,
line to
Jesus.
3 point line.
Oh, I know she
Yeah,
go.
oh, Jesus is the right thing to say.
She gonna be fashionable if
Hey.
nothing else. She,
Hey,
Don't you go there with that.
hey, I'm
she
just
gonna
saying.
have a. Hey, she gonna have.
my
Hey,
BFF
did y'all
do
get
come
y'all
out.
uniforms from her?
Yes.
We need to talk about that because they do have those type of games. With you.
I understand.
But yeah, for the girls game, we got Sania McCray, one of the top scorers I ever seen. Best one of the girls scored. I
I
mean,
saw her too. How
she-
she on my
she-
team?
She could score the ball. We
She
got
tight. That's
Kyla.
another one of my god
Yeah.
daughters. I
Yeah.
got a
And
bunch
and
of-
another one of our coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
She's
saw
on
that
the
together.
staff. We got Kyla Richardson. She's a college player also. We got Carlotta Smith, like class of
Okay.
97. Like I said, we got Zanitra. We got Michelle Stockdale.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
she
she
wow.
coming out.
Y'all
We
went
got
way back.
Rajeska Jackson.
Y'all should call Carla Matlock back.
Yeah.
Hey, we-
Shout out
we
to
try-
Carla. That was my teammate.
Yeah,
we
that's-
trying to
that's
get
my girl.
everybody back. And then for our new school game, we got Taiwan Johnson, James Hobson. We got
Kevin Spencer.
Kevin Spencer. We got Kari that just graduated. So we got a lot of the young guys. They coming back. Paris
Wait,
Burns.
what's the age range when you say new school? Like
Those that still play at a high level.
Yes.
It's not really no age,
that's why I'm on.
but a lot of a lot of
Well, it's
of
only
the.
one game for the women, so we mixing it
Okay.
up, old school and new school
Yeah.
for the women.
But so we got Paris Byrne that played on that team that went downstate that took second.
Right.
So we got a few of the guys coming out. They wanted to come out and support. So, and this whole event is really to get everybody excited about the upcoming basketball season.
and people can
just to
still support. Make
Yes,
sure you
they
put
can
that out
still
there.
And that's
support.
that's the
Donate.
key.
That's the key for me.
We need donations.
You need donations. I need a sponsorship letter, and I'll get you a donation.
Listen, say
Yeah.
say
At the
less
end of the
and
day-
period.
I'll get you a donation because this is what the love movement is all about.
Yeah.
We're just trying to support everybody and do the right thing. But I'm happy for you guys. I'm glad that you're trying to turn it around because back in the day it used to be the pigs and pirates. Pigs versus the pirates. The police used to play,
Mhm.
and I remember those games. And
The pigs and
I
pies.
tried. Yeah, it was the pigs and pirates, and that was family. Well, let me say it to you like that because every police officer that played in the game lived in the town.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I don't know if it would be
I
the
remember
same
those
juice as we had back then, but we had some. We had some pigs too. They would shoot the ball, wouldn't pass it. Yeah, they was pigs. That's why you call them pigs.
But I like the even just shout out the program that you guys used to have, the badge program.
yeah. Larry Connor, David Gould, Corey Cooper.
That was such a
Shout out to Good.
Big dude, big dude.
that was such a great
We're gonna call
program that you
Okay.
guys
not to
had.
cut you off.
All right.
I put money that this call is moon.
You don't. I don't know. Welcome to the Love Line. Who am I talking to?
Hey, TV, this is Randall.
Oh,
How y'all doing?
God bless you,
yo.
man.
What's
We
up?
good. We
What's
good.
up?
Sorry, moon.
Hey, I'm gonna say something real quick, then I'm gonna get off the mic because I want to leave all the time to the coaches. But in regards to hiring, there's been some times in our history where we had some very, very important hires. These two being hired at our schools is beyond basketball.
Yes.
Coach Noelle, anybody that know the work that Coach Noelle does with our young girls off the court in regards to not just enhancing their mentality, but actually saving their lives. I'll let her go into anything that you guys discuss in regards to anything that went down in the past, but she is actually saving lives. We work with her hand in hand on trying to preserve our little young girls' lives. So it's beyond basketball. I've seen her have lunch with her former players when they're in college and out of college, helping them get jobs and everything. So as a coach, if your players don't come back to you and cannot come back to you after they're done playing for you, then somehow, somewhere, in my opinion, you failed them.
Yes.
You failed them. I've experienced that myself with my former coach. So anytime your players can come back to you, talk to you about college, talk to you about life experience after college, that means you made an impact and impression on their life, and that's what it's about. Coach Stubb, the same way. Two brilliant coaches. I've had a room reserved downstate for like 20 years. I tell our girls every season, we have never had a girls basketball team go downstate. With these two coaches, I'm convinced we're going to get down there. So much honor and respect to them. So I'm just saying, on behalf of the community, we need to get behind them and support them. So
by hook or by
all I'm
crook.
saying.
Hey, listen, I want you to stay on the line because we finna get down. We go wind down. Y'all remember the basketball game is October 28th.
October 28th.
What time does it start?
12
First game
o'clock.
at 12.
12, then
1,
then
2.
Okay.
And then we have an after party at the Touch, one of y'all sponsors.
At the Touch, one of the sponsors.
5
yeah.
o'clock.
Oh, hey, Tiffany, you didn't say nothing about that. But at the end of the day, listen.
Get off my soul.
Listen, Randall, stay on here because we had a relationship question that you dodged last time.
Damn.
I gotta go.
No, you can't go.
I got to go.
You dodged last time. Now, this is the question. Can two people, opposite genders, have a tight relationship without getting into a love thing? That was one of the questions that she asked me. What do you think about that?
Is that for Stubb or that's for me?
That's for you.
Well, I believe it's absolutely possible to two genders to have be actually good friends without crossing that line because it's possible. I believe it's possible.
Okay, you believe it's possible. This was the second thing. Two people hanging out with each other and they decide to have sex. And then when they decide to have sex, one of them had an odor. What do you do?
Wait, what?
That's what I
He
said.
was way out there with that one.
Bye, Randall.
Hey, CB, I couldn't hear you on that.
But hey,
Just
listen,
hang up, brother. Just
Randy,
hang up.
that's how we get out, man. This is the love move. We just try to figure it out.
You said the musty man, right?
The musty man. Musty is not just a smell, it's a behavior. It's an attitude. So, but at the end of the day, if it's two people, they just decided to have sex and there's an odor, what do you do? What would you do, Randy?
God.
I'm gonna defer to the coaches right here. You know?
You still running. Hey, man, but all the love in the world, you're doing a great thing with the Best of Proviso Township. You sharing information with the community, Chicagoland area, with the basketball group as well. Much love, much appreciated, big bro.
Appreciate you and much love to the coaches, man. Anything they need from us, they got it.
All right.
You know that.
We're
Appreciate
going
y'all.
to run with this, the love movement. But we did ask those two questions. And yeah,
I don't know how to hang it.
you ain't got to just hit the button.
Hit the phone.
No.
Yeah, there we go. But we did ask those questions now, and I got some answers. And one girl said, I would just tell them, I just came down with a cold.
Oh, God.
And I got to go. You didn't see it?
No, I did
Oh,
not
you
see
should-
that.
I-
Lord
I-
have
I
mercy.
saw it.
What you think?
Well, I would advise both either him or she to check out Mayor Katrina Thompson, Cooch Spray. But seriously, like, I mean, you got to be blunt. I mean, you can't be blunt in a situation like that because I mean that affects you too. Shit.
My baby looking
Shoot.
at me crazy.
Health is wealth
Way
at the
out
end
there.
of the day.
Yeah, what you think?
I mean, I'm abstinent. You asking the wrong person. That's Stubbs. I practice abstinence.
What's the
heard
question
that.
again?
I got two questions.
All right.
Well,
You have
you
to
answered
repeat
the
it.
first one.
I'll-
You say absolutely you could be platonic. You could be in a close relationship with a female or a male, whatever, however,
You got a prime
opposite genders.
example on the panel. This is
Yeah.
my best friend.
Yeah, you definitely.
Okay, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just saying.
You said a male
opposite.
and a female, can they be
They are best
friends?
friends.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Right.
I
So it
understand that.
answers that question.
But and then there you go. I get it. But at the end of the day, what about the older? If you
He back on this
I think
stanky
with
stuff.
the
Oh, dear.
Because he the musty.
with the older thing, I definitely feel like honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
okay.
But you do have some people that don't. They
They're
will
still gonna
they
crack.
still gonna move forward,
They gonna hold their
and
nose.
then later on they're gonna talk about that
Once
person.
you get past
Yeah,
the smell,
but-
you got it licked. Huh?
For me, for
That's what
me,
they
it's something that we would have to address at that moment because
Yeah.
I'm a
Freya
different.
say at that moment.
Yeah,
at
this
that
is a
moment.
different.
Listen, man, this is
I'm
about
different.
having fun as
That's-
well as
I am
addressing
different.
good
Way
issues.
out there.
This is, I mean, we have fun on this show. It's just as well as addressing, issues that we deal with. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of both of y'all. I seen you grow,
Appreciate
watch you
that.
grow
Appreciate
into the people that you are right now, and it makes me proud to even get a chance to interview you and understand how you understand different things. And everybody got their own way of thinking and feeling, or whatever case might be. And I would never, dismiss that, because that's how I learn. I learn from other people's opinions, other people's advice, other people's, because when I was a police officer, I would call a 12, 10-year-old kid, sir, how you doing? Sir. And I would empower them, because we are that type of people. So I really, 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 really appreciate y'all coming back
Okay.
and sharing with us. And hopefully the event turns out real well. I'll be in Dallas this weekend, but next weekend I'm coming back. You give me that letter, I'm gonna get you some money. That's a promise.
Could I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
I want to give you your flowers while you're here.
Ah.
Real talk. And I never mentioned it or anything like that, but growing up, seeing you raise your boys, I got the opportunity to see it firsthand with Shannon, firsthand with Sterling, and just seeing the involvement that you had with them. And I knew I had two boys coming up also, which is, they're younger, but I watch and I pay attention to different individuals, especially males, when they had their sons and things of that nature. And I watched how involved and how close you guys were doing their process. And that helped me a lot, whether I mentioned it before, but I just wanted to let you know that I did pay attention to see some of the things that you was instilling in them to get to the level that they are now. As they get adults and they, make their mistakes and things of that nature, it doesn't take away, how well of a father
Absolutely.
a person was. And I saw that. I saw you at all the games. I saw you supporting, even, when things didn't seem like they was going right, you was there to make sure that you had their back every step of the way.
Well,
And I found myself in that same place.
it's funny you say that, because you were their coaches. So we had to trust you and your staff and the staff that you had. At the end of the day, these kids didn't ask to be here. So when we chose to have them, all I did was supported them.
Mhm.
And that's to any parent. I don't care who you are, whatever the case might be, adopted, biological, whatever the case might be. If you choose to bring this person into this world or into your life, you got to support them.
Fully
So I'm taking them to the gym. I'm taking them wherever they're supposed to go. Now, their choice
Mhm.
is, if you want to take it to another level,
Exactly.
I'm going to give you that opportunity. So
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that. But you were one of their coaches, because when Sterling went downtown in 2012, downstate 2012, 2013, he was right there. So it makes a difference. The community makes a difference. As the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And Earl, man, as we always say, as we end this program, treat people the way you want to be treated and never give up. That's how we live. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you for having us.
Co-host,
All
the
right.
hottest goddess.
The only. No.
What you say?
You got some shout outs or something? Y'all about to?
Pretty girl all day. She just wanna have fun know how to roll one. If I need her to come through, turn up, we best friends. All till we follow, she want to. Female version of my